Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the time. My name is Yanur Syahya, Magister Transportasi Institut Teknologi Bandung. I have journal with population dispersion strategy of urban sprawl. Urban sprawl from diagnosis urban space to sustainable city development in the Metropolitan City of Bandung. Next, this journal is published in Journal of Architectural Research and Education in Indonesia University of Education. The abstract, Bandung City Metropolitan Area is metropolitan area developed in Indonesia. The development of urban areas, of course, has its own city regulation that need to be synergized for urban areas of urban metropolitan area that are needed in the design carried out. One of which is needed to minimize or overcome urban sprawl. Urban sprawl is the basis that needs to be considered in the design of urban area so that the urban area can develop properly and sustainable in its development. The keyword is about urban sprawl, population, metropolitan city of Bandung, and sustainable city. Next, urban sprawl. Sustainable development is the overarching paradigm of the United Nations. The concept of sustainable development was described by the 1987 Berlin Commission report as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. There are four dimensions to sustainable development, which are society, environment, culture, and economy, which are intertwined, not separate. Sustainability is a paradigm for thinking about the future in which environmental, societal, and economic considerations are balanced in the pursuit of an important quality of life. For example, a prosperous society relies on a healthy environment to provide food on researchers, safe drinking water, and clean air for its citizens. Urban areas in Indonesia tend to experience a difficult problem, namely the high rate of population growth, mainly due to the flow of urbanization, causing the management of urban space to become increasingly difficult. The function of green open space seems to still have a complementary, which are meaning for urban areas so that the use of land for green open space is considered as an addition to environmental aesthetic, where still green open space is considered as a reserve for future land use. Urban sprawl has known in development city. Constantly, urban is better known as a connotation or negative meaning of urban development that occurs. It becomes a critique of the causes of environmental degradation, intensifies segregation, and undermines the vitality of existing. The urban area and its attack on aesthetic ground. This term became a reference in managing the city by organizing it well. Next, the table 1 is population of Metropolitan Bandung area, which are Bandung City, Cimahi City, Bandung Regency, West Bandung Regency, and Sumedang Regency of Park. The population density is about 2,500 per kilometer. The term urban sprawl became known after the journal in the Times in 1955. This happened because of the case of the spread of population globally. This often raises the question of what definition and condition to describe the growth of a large city. Next, the method of research. The study uses an explanatory and descriptive research approach. Explanatory research is a research that seeks to find the effect of certain variable on the other variable. Meanwhile, descriptive research is research that aims to describe a certain content, a phenomenon, not sorting out or looking for certain factors or variables. Next, the failure account for the social value of open space. The urban spaces are considered as one aspect of the city environment that is dynamic in the daily life for people living in urban areas. They play an important role in creating healthier and more livable communities by providing positive environmental, social, and economic benefits. The hypothesis is that urban open spaces are the key for any balanced area of the city. The different design strategies of urban open space can affect its surrounding context. This can be applied by monitoring different projects which account for open space, as they present the best indicators of how seriously productivity is applied. By applying the sustainable characteristic on existing or reshaping urban open space, it will help it to be productive and livable. The big one is situation of metropolitan of Bandung area. According to Brundtland 1987, a sustainable city is a city that is able to meet the needs of the present without neglecting the needs of future generations. For example, with the inclusion of social benchmark, sustainability targets become clear and more focused. Among other relates to social equity efforts, poverty alleviation and elimination, social justice and others. Thus, the concept of a sustainable city will develop further, no longer being fixed on the initial concept, which is more focused on the truth of preserving the balance of the environment alone. If we summarize briefly the definition of sustainable city, then a sustainable city is a city that is development able to meet the needs of today's society, is able to compete in the global economy by maintaining environmental harmony, social vitality, culture, politics, and defense. Security without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. In general, sustainable development directly integrates with the environment, economic, and social. Next, the urban space Bandung City. The root system of plants and later that turns into humus will reduce erosion rates, reduce surface runoff, and maintain groundwater condition in surrounding environment. In the rainy season, the surface runoff rate can be controlled by dense vegetation cover, while in the dry season, the available groundwater potential can provide benefits for life in an urban environment. In open space with an area of at least half a hectare is able to withstand surface runoff due to rain and seep water into the soil as much as 10,219 meter every year. Thank you.